We moved into this 1800s farmhouse 2 years ago. We've completed a few rooms in this house, but for the most part, it's still a work in progress and has tons of room to grow. In 2024, we have some big plans for our house and some really fun makeovers coming up, some really small projects, some larger projects, and you don't want to miss them. I'm going to take you around my house and we're going to make a list of everything that we want to get done in the year 2024. So here we are in the living room. I filmed my home tour last year, and honestly, this room hasn't changed very much since then. This room has no color. The only color that we've added is through decor and like our pictures and everything. First thing on the list is to paint the walls. Not sure what color yet, but I would like to do something moody maybe. I want this room to be really cozy and just elevated, because right now I just think this paint color doesn't really do much to the space. Also, still waiting to get a side table. Been waiting since my last video. Let's see what else. I do want a new basket for the dog toys. I don't like that one. I bought that at a garage sale, just used temporarily, but I want the outsides to not be open so you can see the dog toys. I think that would just be a little tidier. I've wanted this one for a while from Target, so new basket. Oh, other thing, I would like a new front door, but in the meantime, a temporary fix would be to paint the door and the trim. New light, obviously. New light is definitely important because this one's ugly. New pillows or covers, pillow covers would be fine too. And redo the gallery wall. That's just something I like to do. I get sick of it. I see it all the time. I do want to like change it up, you know? So anyway, let's move on to the next room. Now in the office, there's not that many changes that what I want to make in here. I would like to paint, of course. It's the paint color that's on every wall that we haven't painted yet. I kind of would like different curtains because those were just ones that we bought because we needed curtains. I really want to change this little drawer thing for something wooden. Like I've seen some on Facebook Marketplace that would work. I'll put a picture. This is what I'm thinking. I'd like to replace this with something like this because I think it would be a lot better. Oh yes. Closet desperately needs organization, like professional organization. And then maybe the floor plan in here, like the layout would be something we can work out. This room's tricky because there's windows on every single wall, and the wall that doesn't have a window, well, it does have a window, has doors. So it's not ideal, but that's okay. Also, maybe add some storage for my fiance's desk. Okay, let's move on to the kitchen. I have talked about in the past some mini makeover things I would like to do this space, but for right now I'm just going to think about the things we'll be doing in the next year. It's going to be the thing in every single room is to paint the walls and get a new light. The first thing I think we're going to tackle is adding some more storage. So I've had this idea for a while now to build some shelving. Move this onto this wall so the shelves would go all the way up to like this high up. So styled things up top and put like some baking supplies. We could get a new faucet, and I think we could potentially get a new sink. But I'm gonna put a question mark after that one because I don't think that that's like a priority. Would also really like to add storage above the fridge or figure out the storage situation over the fridge. I think that's everything. Really the only thing that I want to do in the laundry room is to just add a drying rack. Maybe along this wall where it like comes out. I'm sure they actually make these, like I wouldn't even have to make it myself, where it would like attach to the wall and then like come out somehow. Switch out the light switch cover, and then maybe I was thinking painting this wall like another fun color, maybe all pink. I don't know. We'll see. I just think there needs to be a little less white, a little less cream on this side of the wall. So I'm just gonna write that down, less cream, okay? Now we're in the dining room, and my ideas for this room, again, starts with painting the walls. Something that I've been thinking of lately is these shelves. So these were just like hand-me-down from one of my relatives, which we appreciate very much because they weren't using them, they gave them to us, and we've been able to make a lot of use out of them. But something I would like is almost making them longer, at least this bottom one, and getting shelves that don't have these brackets. It's not necessarily like the first priority. We obviously have shelves that work right now, and then that would be the same over on this wall. Oh, new rug. When I got this rug, I just didn't really know what the style of the home was going to be, but like our floors are so cold in the winter that we couldn't just not have a rug. I had to go ahead and buy one before I felt ready to. I really want something a little moodier because we have so much lightness up here, and I think I would like to keep the paint color light as well. Otherwise, this room's perfect. There's definitely some little details, but that's something I need to make a list for the whole house. Okay, so now we're in like the little mudroom entryway area. If this soffit thing is something we could get rid of, that would be really nice. Something that I've been thinking about literally since we've moved in is to actually get a nice piece of furniture here. So I just have this Target cube storage, which I mean mostly does the job right now, but it would be way nicer if we could figure out something here. Something that doesn't stick out too far too, because we don't want to block off this area. We're gonna get a new front door, so that's something that's actually happening. Or it's not a front door, but a new porch door. Here we are in the powder room. We just made this over last January, February, and there are a couple things that I'd like to do in the future for this space. Potentially different shelves. I also was considering painting this trim the same color as the walls. Okay, anyway, let's move up to the stairs. So we just redid these stairs a couple months ago. Changed the light, so we're gonna get a new light. We need to fill the frames. And just recently, I've been looking at these cute little dust corners, and I know that they're not like the most necessary thing, but I just think that they would add something to the space that I'm kind of missing. So if you don't know, I didn't talk about this in the video, so you probably don't know. We actually originally really wanted to do like a DIY copper pipe railing, and that was gonna be like sort of the showstopper of this space. Like I knew I wanted the black stairs, and then I wanted like the contrast of the copper, but that didn't work out. It was gonna be way too expensive, so we settled for something that was much more budget friendly. But I was thinking maybe we could get some of these little dust corners, and they make them in unlacquered brass finish, which is my favorite. So I think that would just add like the perfect little detail, the perfect character. Like our house is really old, but it is lacking character in a lot of areas. So it would be nice to add some of that character back. And I think we might need to do one more coat on the stairs. Okay, let's go upstairs. We're upstairs in our extra little room. The number one thing, again, paint the walls. There's no overhead light in here. I really would like to get some blinds or curtains, or both. We really need to figure out a layout in here. We do want to do like a DIY cat tower thing, so I'll put a picture of what I mean. Solution to kind of enclose the litter boxes a little bit would be nice. Maybe do something to minimize the ugliness. The treadmill, the litter boxes, you know. Because obviously those things are necessary in here. We need to keep them. But I don't want to see them. I don't want this chair here. I want everything in this room to be different, basically. It's just, this is the room that I struggle with a lot. I don't even know where to start because I just don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. But for now, I got some starting points at least. So this is the bathroom. We have done sort of like a mini makeover on this space. Might have been about It might have been about 2 years ago at this point. There are a few things that I would like to do maybe this year, starting with this. I, first of all, don't like how much white is in this bathroom, but I like that the shower curtain is white. So I don't want this to be white anymore. So we're gonna try out the Retique stuff or whatever it's called. I saw XL McKenna use it on her bathroom cabinets. I need some warm wood tones in here, you know? I couldn't get a new vanity for this space, and I didn't know that that stuff would work. So now that I know that it at least worked for her, I will have more confidence to try it out in this space. So we're gonna do the Retique it on the vanity. Potentially like to get a different faucet for this space. This one that's like slightly nicer. This was like the cheapest one you can get on Amazon. I would love, love, love to redo this tile and like do something on this part, maybe tile, do something with the tile over here. Add shelves in this little alcove. We have our towels being stored in our bedroom right now, and if we could clear some of that storage up, move it into here, move some bathroom products into here, everything that's just being stored elsewhere that can be stored in its proper place. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're in the bedroom, and this room I'm very excited to start doing stuff to because it's like the coziest room in the house, like, or it should be, and I do love our bedroom, but it definitely needs some help. So, like every other space, we need paint the walls, We need a new light. A little bit of the layout needs to be figured out. Where we have the bed, we like it there. Where we have our side tables makes sense. And I think my dresser makes sense there too. But this side, I think we could fully redo it. And I want to get rid of this plant stand. I just want to replace that. Replace the temporary furniture. As much as I hate to do it because I love the coziness of the Christmas lights, we do need to get rid of the Christmas lights. They're not classy enough, you know? I still love the Christmas lights, and if I could find a way to make it like upscale and classy, I would. But I just don't know if there's a way to do that. So if anybody has suggestions to get like the coziness of Christmas lights without actually having Christmas lights. Like, should I just put lamps in like every corner of my room? Maybe that would work. And I do want to just like design this space too. So we don't know the design yet. So I'm just going to write design, and that will really help us moving forward. The porch is a space that I've been wanting to make over for a really long time now. And we've really been meaning to make it over for a while now too. So we want all new floors. We're going to rip out this carpet and replace it with maybe some tile or some luxury vinyl floors. We're going to paint the walls, maybe something moody, maybe something light and bright. I'm not sure yet. And then we want to make this a really cozy hangout space. So adding a couch and maybe like a side table and some storage for our games, and maybe a new light. I'm really excited because I think this is going to be one of the few spaces this year that we fully transform. So it's going to get a full-blown makeover from start to finish. All of this has been just ruminating in my brain for like probably a couple weeks now. And now I have it on paper, which feels so relieving because I've just been itching to do something. You're noticing them as you're in those spaces, and then you really want to start doing those things, but you're like, where do I even start? So now I have an idea. Maybe I'll start to design each room and just start coming up with more design ideas for them. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel so much better about this now. So thank you so much for coming along with me, running around the house, taking notes of what I need to get done. And I look forward to actually completing this list, hopefully in 2024. I would love to have you on the journey with me, so make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
I don't think about it, about